I'll do it. Okay, like this is my first intro video. Hello YouTube, hello world. This is Sticker Guy with the future's cheap. The future's cheap or the future's cheap now? How do you want to be called?
Future's cheap now, man.
All right, future's cheap now, and especially for some new people in the Hex ecosystem, we have Pulsedoge. Let me just share my screen. Um, share screen. This one. Like I was okay. Let me maybe tell you a few sentences about what I did. Like I came
Let's
into
just, let's
crypto.
just give them. Let's just give them. So, just starting off, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you an overview of what we're going to be talking about. We're not going to go. We're not going to be super long-winded here, but I'm on here with a sticker guy, and he was one of the guys that toured. He did the tour, the 5555 tour. I'm kind of an OG in Hex. We're going to be talking about Pulse Dogecoin in this and how it benefits the Hex ecosystem. Big news. We're going to talk about the crypto heartbeat interview. We're going to give you some alpha here. If you listen, we're going to give you some real alpha. Okay. He's going to give you a
Nah,
little background. His channel is fairly new. He's going to talk about that, and then we're going to get into the nitty gritty. This is going to be a great interview. We're going to really give you guys a lot of meat and potatoes. And like I said, I'm the future is cheap now, and he's the sticker guy. So let's go ahead, buddy.
all right. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a regular noob. I joined the whole crypto space. Let's say almost a year ago. Yeah, a little bit more than a year ago. I came in with the GameStop short squeeze and the AMC squeeze, and everything was kind of messed up back then because, well, the banks and especially Melvin Capital, they shorted GameStop and AMC, and we figured it out. So we bought the stock up. The price spiked to like 400-500%, which is for stocks very unusual. The Moon Boys were born, and I'm one of the Moon Boys, so it was like just a new generation of crypto people, and basically we're the ones who then
You're
bought the
basically
top.
you're basically the generation of the guys like with the GameStop. That was
Yes,
really
yes,
brilliant.
that.
It was like a crowdsourced short squeeze. It was really brilliantly done. I talked about it on my channel,
Mm-hmm.
and I man, it was amazing to watch
It
that
was
in
like
action because
the
those guys
whole.
they couldn't cover their short, and they were stupid to have it was a gamma squeeze, correct?
It there was a squeeze, and there is still a community that is believing that the real squeeze has not been happening yet or happened yet. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like I'm still holding enough to be that I can say I am part of the community, but I also have to say that since I found Richard Hart and Hex, I am 100% going to Hex. Like
Well, and you did the 5555 tour. I mean, that's got to speak volumes, man, that you tour with those guys. I mean, those
yeah,
viewers are aware of that. This guy's a
that
that was
was.
amazing. Front, you're coming from Germany now, correct?
Yeah, I'm coming from Germany. Like the Crypto Sparbuch, they gave me this huge opportunity to go with them on the tour to promote Hex, and that was just really cool. So I I I love doing it. It was,
Hey,
to be
hey,
honest.
Sticker, are you sharing? Is this link? Are you sharing this link? Like, did you share this in the group, or do you have the link? I can share it, just so people can get in on this.
What exactly do you mean?
Like the link for this stream, or will it share after the fact?
Oh no, it's already live on YouTube
So do
on
I just take
channel.
this link from the browser? And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Do I just take the link?
Uh, no, then people will join us, but actually that would also be funny. Wait, I'll send you a link.
You send me the link, and then I can share. I'll share it in the group and whatnot. So this guy is an OG. He was with the Hex guys that toured
No,
across.
no, no, no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an OG. I
You're not an
joined Hex,
OG, but I
and
mean, you did tour with these
I,
guys. You're from Germany. When you toured with the guys, the 5555 tour. I mean, how many places did you guys hit during that tour?
I was just there for the last half of the tour, but we went from Houston to, let me see. There was Houston, then Dallas, San Antonio, um, Phoenix, Las Vegas. I think there were some more in Texas. Austin was there. Um, Austin, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. I'm missing one. I'm sure I'm missing one.
Well, listen,
Not
man.
not
So
sure
let's.
yet.
So you came into Hex. You weren't an OG. I was pre day one. I was in day one. Listen to Richard Hart. Um, there was so much FUD around the project. I mean, I didn't go in there. I'd be a billionaire today. I mean, I've done very, very well with the project. And when I did realize it, I started going in harder. You look at my channel. There's a lot of Bitcoin videos. I believe Bitcoin is the money. I've since gone further down the rabbit hole with Hex, and with I sacrificed 6 figures for PulseX. You got Pulse coming out.
Wow.
Um, they're going to be very, very big. And now the latest project is Pulsedoge. Pulsedoge is not some kind of a scheme, some kind of a scam taking away from the Hex community. This is something that ultimately we want to get the people in the meme space. We want to get them into Hex, and this is a long term term goal that has to happen. And it's the people that aren't seeing that they don't recognize the value. But the meme people, you look, there's millions of people in those groups, and we need to get them, and this is the way to do it.
I think Pulse Dogecoin is a big opportunity. Let's wait. Let me show the website.
Huge. It's going to outperform. And those that aren't familiar, there was just a great chat with Crypto Heartbeat and with the founder of Doge, Hex Info. The guy, let me tell you, I messaged him after the interview, after I'd seen the interview. I can't think of any founder that I would compare to Richard Hart. This man, I would compare to Richard Hart. He's brilliant. Wow. He's really brilliant. He's humble. He's done this fair launch with Pulsedoge, and I encourage everyone, go to pulsedoge.com. You can go to pulsedogecoin.com, or you can go to pulsedoge.com, and we'll reroute you to pulsedogecoin.com and look at the project. You have right now, they're still in the claim phase. So Hex stakers, the most diamond-handed people in crypto, the Hex stakers, where the average stake length is going on 6.5 years, they're the ones that can claim free Pulse Doge. So they can claim it. And right now, there's about 3.5 million Pulse Doge that have been claimed. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. 3.5 million. You look at some of these projects. You look at Doge. You look at Shiba Inu. I mean, trillions of tokens. Doge, every minute you have new blocks coming out. They're mining 10,000 more Doge every minute for infinity. You're going to have, after this mint phase, a maximum of 12 million Pulse Doge can be claimed. It's not going to be anywhere near that. Okay, it's probably going to be closer to 4 or 5 million. We're 3.5 million now, and it's slowing down. If you look at the Hedron claim, it was only about 20% of stakers. Okay, if we do around the same numbers, we're about 16% have claimed so far. If we get to 20%, we'll probably be around 4 to 5 million. Like I said, if we get to that number, that's it. All those things right now, before Pulse launches, which Richard Hart is talking here, he's saying May. Listen, people, May, June, July, August, I don't really care. I want it to be done right. I want them to take their time. If you see this, take your time. No rush. We want it to be done right. When that happens, you're going to get copies of your Pulse Doge also on the Pulse network. So technically you could say, oh yeah, the supply is not going to be 4 million, it'll be 8 million. But you know what? It's like, great. It's the two halves are going to equal more than the whole, in my opinion. Because Hex won't be whatever it is, 600 billion. It's going to be 1.2 trillion. I mean, the same logic can be used for anything. But the Pulse network will be faster. People complain that you don't have an opportunity to stake or to farm. You'll have PulseX. You're going to be able to take your ERC20 version, and you're going to be able to take your Pulse version, and you can pair them through the V2 liquidity protocol, the liquidity provider over there on PulseX. You can do the same thing with a Pulsedoge. It's a huge opportunity. You're just under $3 right now. It launched at $1. You're just
Yeah,
under
I mean,
3. So you're up. It's been less than 2 or just over 2 weeks. This is a great opportunity. I mean, I don't want to take from the Hex ecosystem, but I really think this could far outperform Hex just because of the
you
sheer
know
size
what?
of it. You're only around
So
1 million. Yeah.
you're like a Hex OG, and you said that you're in Hex since before, way before day one. So I think Pulse Doge is the opportunity for OGs, and not only the opportunity, but it already has given little guys like me who are in Hex for just a couple months, like maybe 6, 7, 8 months. Like I went in Hex on the top, like, well, a little bit before the top, but then there was the top, so like
Well,
I
that's the
hold I
reason. Listen, man, Hex will go way beyond the 50 something cents it hit. That was the top in the past, 6 months or whatever. That's
mhm,
far from being the top. But I mean,
I
unfortunately, you got a
know.
lot of guys that just dump it. I mean, just dump the heck out of it. They really don't care about the
I
community. And what
I
we've,
got
yeah,
sorry, I got into the Hex just at the end of the Pulse Chain sacrifice phase, and then I FOMO'd the top, and then I kept DCAing in until now.
there you
I'm
go. You're
still
staked, right?
DCAing.
You're
Yeah,
staked.
I'm trying to keep as much staked as possible because I'm not comfortable with liquid Hex. The thing I like about the Pulse Dogecoin is the contribution. Like a whale who had probably unlimited opportunity and is having so much money in Hex will only get 300 Pulse Doge.
Yeah, and that's
A,
over
a
a way
turtle,
that's over 100,000 T shares, and there's about there's
100,000 t-shirts. Yeah,
and there's 14 of those in the Hex ecosystem.
and they get 300 of this coin. And small turtles that only have 11 t-shares, they get always, not always, they get almost an equal amount of PLSD. I think sharks and whales should pump the price of Pulse Dogecoin because that will help the small guys. And I know that Richard and probably maybe Funding Jim to call him, they believe that onboarding big whales into the Hex ecosystem is like the only way to pump the price of the Hex. And I agree. But I also think that small guys like shells, turtles, squids, like the little guys, they are the ones who have the big excitement, and they are the one who are going to FOMO in because they are the ones who want to climb the ladder, and giving them free money is like I just because I'm staked such little, even like I had like okay, when I was on the tour we did a ton of onboarding, but in my private life I only managed to onboard one person, and maybe two persons. Anyways, this one person, they became shrimp, and they only like this 25 pulse Doge. When they claim it, it is still worth like $50. And for somebody who is not into crypto as much, getting $50 literally for free is a huge deal because like, even though with inflation and all that stuff, with $50, in my situation, I can do a lot. And
Well, it launched at $1. So if it was 25 Pulse Doge, it was $25. But then very quickly, I mean, we were up to there.
look, yeah,
We were $5. I mean, so what happened?
mhm,
What
mhm.
happens when it's $1,000 or $50,000? Because the thing is, you're going to have more of a scarcity than Bitcoin. The meme is there's a Telegram group, and I hope you put a link to the Telegram group, or if you can't see it there, you'll see it. Twitter, we're very active on Twitter, but just go to pulsedoge.com and you'll see a link for the Telegram. But we always talk about 69,420, $69,420, and that's kind of the meme. It's a meme coin. You
Yo,
got
look at this resistance at 369. Wait, let me draw a line. at 369. 369 was a huge resistance for Pulsedoge, and I think in the future having like our own numbers with the 5555 and 369 and 15.2 maybe, like there's a lot of new resistance from the hex ecosystem, which is interesting to see. Look, this blue line is 369, and look how many people, doesn't matter what they did, if they bought or sold, but at least price was a long time like this particular spot and here. So
Well, I mean, it's man with Pulsedoge, it's been around for just over 2 weeks, and launched on April 20th, 420 it launched, and if you're staked 420 or before, you get a free airdrop. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you want to become a whale in this project, like right now, for not a lot of money, you can become a top holder. I mean, it's an IQ test. The people that the hex skins that are getting for free, that are dumping, all right, whatever. You can dump it if you want. You can hold it. You're seeing, if you look at some of the wallets that are buying more of this project. If you want to be a whale in Pulsedoge, you have to invest. You have to put skin in the game. You have to invest. You don't see projects like that. You look at Hedron. Hedron launched, they gave the whales all of it, and it's like one bad actor, they want to dump on the whole world. Sure, do it. They'll drive it through the ground. I can dump Hedron for the next 15 to 20 years at a 10x bonus. Okay. I got thousands of T shares. Okay. There's a lot of people that can do that. There's a lot of people with a hell of a lot more hex T shares that can do that than me. That's not beneficial to the project. If you want to be in Pulsedoge, you have to buy your way to be a whale. And right now, it just launched just over 2 weeks ago. You can do that now. And I encourage you. And the thing is, there's going to be such a small supply. You buy it and you hold diamond hands. This is where hex skins are going to prove their proof of weight. This is where you're going to prove your diamond hands, because right now there's almost 11,000 holders now. 11,000, maybe hexagons and other people that have seen it, because there's a strong community that are holding this project. And it's the sky is the limit. If everybody just holds the sky, 69,420, man, $69,420 is there's no reason why it can't go there. I mean, infinity. If everyone just holds, if no one sells, that's the only supply that's coming on. You're still in this claim phase, and there's no supply coming on. And if you look at the whales, look at some of the people on the top of this project, man. They are hex OGs. The hex OGs that are buying this, look at their wallets, look at their staking ladders, look at their tens of thousands of T shares. These guys know what they're doing. These guys have tens of millions of dollars. The whole Pulsedoge is valued at around $10 million right now. These guys want all your Pulsedoge. They're excited that you're selling your Pulsedoge. If you got the drop, don't feed the whales, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, honestly, I hope everybody keeps selling, because I still haven't acquired as much as I want. I've been buying as much as I can, because I think it's a heck of an opportunity. And tell you what, you have interviews like the Crypto Heartbeat with the founder today. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I just accumulate. Pulsedoge.com.
okay, so let's do some, like, I don't like doing price predictions on Hex or something, because for me it's like, how can I predict what will happen if everybody says that you can't predict what happened to price? So it doesn't make any sense. But this one is a meme, so it can do whatever the fuck it wants. So should we watch it in a log or in a non-log?
Well, it's hard to do technical analysis on something that's around for 14 days.
No.
I mean, you can get one person can sit there. This thing is ready to spark to the upside because there's no supply. Listen, man, I could sign off this stream and make one buy, and I'm going to pop us to $4 or $5. I mean, all your technical analysis goes out of the window. That's the reason why we don't. Why I would never do technical analysis, but I would do moon math. It's just like those random lines. I'm pretty sure you're right, but then on the other side,
if why are you not doing it? If you have the ability to pump the price so much to protect your position, why not pump the price? Then the new guys will be even more excited, and even the lower guys would have
I
a
think I
reason to
think you're
sell.
seeing that happen. I really think that you're seeing whales accumulate as much as they can, and I think that they're just trying to flush out sellers. I mean, if I had to guess, and like I said, I'm buying in whatever I can, and yeah, the price is going up. We're up 200% in 2 weeks. I mean,
Hmm.
we were up 500%. We've come off the high because
That
you
was
saw sellers
crazy.
come out. So that's what's happening. You're seeing people sell, and you're seeing those Pulse Doge coins get transferred from the weak hands to the strong hands. What happens when you have it in the strong hands? Nobody's selling, supply and demand. You just keep going higher and higher, and you're going to see some flushes. And then eventually, it's going to be in the hands of the people that just go, no, I'm not selling this. I'm not selling my Pulse Doge, ladies and gentlemen. You can go find it. You can go try to buy it for somebody else. You're not buying it for me. And there's a lot of people that I think feel like me. And when that happens, good luck. The price and the thing is, when the price goes up, it's only going to draw more attention to it, just like you just
Hmm.
said, and it's going to cause
Hmm.
more people to want to buy, and the price is going to go even higher. At some point, I don't know where, maybe you'll find somebody that wants to sell you one. Will that be at 10,000? Will that be at 1,000, 10,000, 100,000? I don't really know. It's going to be very scarce. And yeah, there's people that are going to want to sell it, but maybe, hey, it goes up to like 12 decimal places. Maybe I just want to sell zero point zero 0.01 of one pulse doge. I mean, who knows? The moon math can get crazy without doing squiggly lines on the chart. It can go to whatever the heck it wants to, whatever the heck the supply and demand metrics are.
Can you? I'm interested in what you're telling because I have no living proof for myself because it had never happened to me. Like I know price can pump, and I know price can pump hard, but having this thing at 100, let's say $100, is like that would be insane.
Bro, $100, $100 is what a 33x from here, a 33x. I mean, you just did the 5555 tour, bro. I was buying hex at 0.000005, I think. We're currently at what, 18 cents? Dude,
Yeah.
to me, at the time when I was looking at hex, man, 1 penny was moon math. That was like moon math. That was like talking. That was like talking 100,000 in this project. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's a guy in the Telegram group. He did some moon math. He said a 10,000x in 2 years. Was it a 10,000x in 2 years? Was it 10,000? Whatever. 10,000x in 2 years, I believe,
Hmm.
was, I think, like $7,000. Okay. So I said, oh, well, maybe in 2 years, the goal is 69,420. And then in 10 years, the goal is 69,420. Okay.
Hmm.
Listen, this price is going higher. Anybody that watches this, PLSD, go to pulsedoge.com. I think this is one of the greatest alpha opportunities I've ever seen in my life. I think if you look at this, he's on the Pulse Doge website right now. You look at
Yes.
this thing, you have in the Dogecoin Twitter, there are like 3 million subscribers. Okay. Dogecoin has an unlimited supply at 10,000 Doge every minute for every block. Okay. You look at Shiba Inu, there's like, I don't know how many trillion or quadrillion of these things. Okay. You have no founder profits. Like this was just something that was dropped, in the Crypto Heartbeat interview today. He goes, man, I see people launching these projects. There's a bunch of fake scams that have been launched on Binance Smart Chain. And then, they're going to migrate over to Pulse Chain when it launches. And they're asking for sacrifices and all this baloney. It's like, why the hell do you need, if you're a Hex OG, why the hell do you need a friggin' sacrifice? Okay. The founder of Pulse Doge, He goes, man, anybody that's a hex OG, like literally anybody that's not a retard, is a multi-millionaire. Okay, like so why the hell do I need? Why does he need a sacrifice? This project started out, man. He took and put $50,000, whoop, right there. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can sell it, you can buy it, you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, there's not a lot of money. Anybody that's been in Hex for since the beginning, you should be a multimillionaire. If you're not, you're stupid. You sold. You did something
Yeah.
stupid. Okay. There's no reason why you're not. You don't need other people's money. This has been a fair launch by a person that really just wanted to add to the community, and that's what all the hate that this guy's gotten. It's ridiculous because he's realizing the bigger picture, the bigger vision. We're going after these huge millions and millions of people that are into these meme coins, and ultimately you get them into Pulsedoge, and we're going to get them into Hex. We're going to get them into Richard Heart ecosystems. We're going to get them into Pulse and PulseX and all this other stuff. They're going to get their taste with a meme token that goes nuts. And they're going to go, wait a second, and they're going to see it's all hexagons, all the people in the hexagon.
Yes. That's the beauty. It's like the wealth is flowing from the OGs to the smaller guys. Like, and the OGs doesn't even have to pay a price for it, because for OG, like I said, the 300 PLS, it's not going to make or even 600. It's all this money. It's not going to make a huge difference compared to their hex gains. But for people who are in hex just for a couple months and are still very good hexagons, and they are staked for max length and probably have a way higher average than the OGs who had to figure out how the whole system worked, and for them to giving us free money, and like you just saw the math, having 25 PLSD and selling them at $5 is like $125, and it's like, for us to get this free money, we can buy more hex with to delay the gratification, to get the yield, to use the smart contract more. Like, to be honest, I see what you're saying, that this can have a very high value, but on the other side, it's just a dumb meme coin. Like, Dogecoin doesn't have any value and still way more users. And this project could be, like, the OGs don't have to buy it. They don't have to see a value in there, because the real value will always, like, maybe not will always be Hex, but in my eyes, Hex has way more value than this meme coin. I, in my position, would
You gotta,
rather.
you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it because there's true scarcity with Pulse Doge. Okay, what happens if you have 4 million of these? 4 million, you have the Pulse side, so maybe there's 8 million. That's it, man. You never have more. It's gonna be like Pulse and Pulse X, where you're deflationary basically. It's people that lose their keys. Hex still has that 3.69% inflation. Now you have awesome game theory, and T shares are constantly going up. So if you want to get that interest, you have to stake out larger and longer, and you have that awesome game theory. But true scarcity, you're going to have a lot more scarcity with the Pulse Doge. And I mean, the thing is with Pulse Doge, it's not. You have to look. If I take 0.1% of my hex and I put it into Pulse Doge, the Pulse, I mean, at $10 million, the Pulse Doge price is going to go nuts. This is what people are seeing. It's monetary energy. I don't want to take from hex. I'm restaking my hex. But if I take a very, very, very tiny percentage of that and put it in Pulse Doge, it's going to do 1,000 times what it would have done in hex. Okay, because just it's the law of numbers, man. I mean, hex is worth billions of dollars. Pulse Doge is worth a few million bucks. Okay, so you're going to get a huge bang out of it. And then, but ultimately, if you have to look way out. If you look 5 or 10 years out, when Pulse Doge becomes this 10 or 20 or 50 or $100 billion, it becomes massive like Doge. Well, now all that money you have to flow back into hex. It's like a virtuous cycle. It's a really beautiful thing.
I think we already kind of have seen this. Like, if you look at the hex chart, like, look, this is, where's 420? Here's 420, and since then price has gone up a lot, and I think that a lot of people have sold some of the Pulsedoge for their hex. Do you think that's bad? Did I get that wrong? Right.
I think that could be true. I think that could be true. And you see the market cap go up on Pulsedoge. I think you've seen a lot of hex come into Pulsedoge. The community behind Pulsedoge, I mean, it's a meme. People like it. You're seeing all these memes, a lot more than I saw on hex just in 2 weeks. Tons of memes. Tons of memes come out. Tons of stuff. I've been doing a ton of them on my Twitter at Stephen Brocker. There's a ton of memes I've been sharing. People have been making. People have been sending to me. It's fun. It's got something going on. People are looking at it. The Telegram, if you go to pulsedoge.com, the Telegram, we're up to like almost 600 subscribers here in the past couple of weeks, and just tons of action in there. There's a Pulsedoge marketing. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And don't get me wrong, I got a Hex hat on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a huge Hex again. I probably have more Hex than I'll ever have Doge. Pulsedoge. But I mean, it's like it's together. You know, if you recognize it, the people that are in Pulsedoge, these guys have tens of thousands of t-shirts. They're in the Hex community, but they're seeing, they're like, wow, this is a different avenue. This is some way to go after all this meme scams. We don't want people to get scammed. I mean, Richard Hart does not want people to get scammed. This is a way, and this, when he started out Hex, and this is what turned a lot of people off, he tried to sell it to scammers to help them not get scammed. And, you know, it's been incredible. Well, this is the same kind of thing. You're trying to, a lot of these memes are scams, man. They're junk, and all the printing, and the founders are rich, and it's ridiculous. We're trying to save them and ultimately bring them into the Richard Hart ecosystem.
I agree.
Well, listen, man, I hope we got this message across. I hope people watch the interview with Crypto Heartbeat, subscribe to the Sticker Guys channel. You can always, check him out. He's on Twitter. I'm at Twitter at Stephen Brocker. Go to pulsedoge.com. I don't want to run this too long. I don't know what time zone you're on over there, but I got a 6-month-old baby, man. I got to sign off here. And it's been really nice chatting with you.
Man, thank you very much for doing this.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do this again, man. We'll keep this posted, because I think that Pulsedoge is pretty exciting. At the very least, free claim your Pulsedoge. If you got Hex stakes, free claim, connect your MetaMask. It's safe. A couple of Hexkins have audited it. It's a great contract. Watch the video with Matty Allen and David Federer. It's a great interview. Of course, Crypto Heartbeat one was really, really good. That just happened today. This is good. This is all beneficial. This is synergistic with the Hex community. And yeah, man. So
yeah, thanks for sharing your opinion. Look, there's a little staking ladder. Can go up there.
Beautiful, man. I love it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. And goodbye.